See you later, babe. Yep. Great. Come on, Odie. Oh, the stick, I hate it. You can see it, you can try to play with it. Just, why do I always have to struggle? And I mean with everything. Good morning! It is still morning. It is still morning. I didn't come out early. It's Saturday. And on Saturday, I do take a little bit of a lazy day. It's kind of my cheat day. Saturday and Sunday, really. But I still do, during the day, I still do what I'm supposed to do, which is reading and writing. And to be honest, I'm not as religious. Well, I hope wherever you are, it's sunnier. What I was hoping for was the sun to come out, because it looked like it might come out, but I don't think it's coming out, actually. And if you could see, I don't know if you could see, because my arms are so rexy, so short. See? I'm not even wearing a jacket. And I only have a thin, it's only like -8 today. I was so excited this morning when I saw it was -8, so now it's probably like -4. And I love it when he goes down the street. He's like, I don't know if anybody remembers, I think the show is called like Littlest Hobo or something along that line, where there's like a dog that trots down the street and he goes and helps whoever needs help. So yeah, I was hoping for a sunshine, but it didn't come. And I know that if I wait too long, then I might miss my walk. And he was just bothering me. Like, he is, you out there, wherever y'all are, and him is what keeps me on track, which is, I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful for that, because he just so lovingly nudges me. Grandma, just a small reminder. We still haven't gone for a walk. Just because in the morning, we usually go in the morning when I go with you guys. Oh, my neighbors are not home. It is Saturday, they're probably busy. My dog always sneaks off. Odie sneaks off and he goes to my neighbors all the time. And there was a time in the beginning when I first acquired Odie, like when I first brought him here, my next door neighbor, poor guy, God bless his soul, was terrified of him because he's a very barky dog, but he's scared of his own shadow. I mean, he's the nicest dog I've ever encountered, except, like I said, he doesn't shut up, kind of like his grandma. And no, Odie, we're not going there. And so I'm so grateful that I get those little nudges and little reminders, because I know that if I don't go out for a walk, I'm not keeping my promise to myself. And that's what I'm trying to do. My writing is coming along, you know, not nicely, but it's coming along. I'm doing it. It's imperfect, in the most perfectly imperfect way. But again, I'm starting to find that I'm filling up this book that I started. And I have an obsession with books. Like, I love to buy notebooks. I love to buy books. I love to buy paper. I'm a paper lover. And so that's my first things I need to get off. Secondly, what do you think of these glasses? I got these glasses online because I thought, you know, when you go to like, there's that word again, like when you go to, yeah, we're gonna turn around because it's windy here. And I've got to tell you, it's still minus like 4 or whatever it is. Come on. So I don't want to really, because we're in an exposed area. When we go into the forest, it's a lot nicer. Anyway, back to these glasses. I bought them online because they're really, when you go to a optometrist office, at least in Canada, I think in the States it's probably a little different. But when I go to an optometrist, the glasses are so vanilla. Come, let's go. We're going this way. Ah, Odette. Oh my God. Odin, let's go. Odie, come. That's a good boy. He loves my neighbor, by the way. So I bought these and I couldn't get any, in Canada anyway, I couldn't get any optometrist office to put lenses in here because it was, you know, too delicate. It's gonna break. There was another pair that I ended up giving to my granddaughter because they refused to touch those, and those were my favorite. Those are the ones I actually really wanted them to change, but because of the shape and the craziness of them, nobody would touch them. So as you can see, I sat on them and I broke them. So I have this little dingus. I'm gonna try, because I'm going down south next week. I'm going to see if they can fix it. If not, I'm just gonna crazy glue the crap out of them, and that's gonna have to be it. But I'm curious to think, what do you think? Opinions? And so those are my updates. So just in case you're wondering why I have a string hanging out of my eyeglasses, it's because I sat on them, and thankfully I didn't break them, because when I finally found that one guy that's like, it might break, I'm like, I don't care. If they break, they break. But I want to see if I can put them on my face, because I can't see. I'm blind. Not totally, but I'm blind. And then today I was booking my trip because we're going to go away to a hot country before spring arrives here. What we want to do is we want to be able to take a break, although I know we've been having a break for the most part. But we want to just go to a place before we have animals, because our goal is to start like a real sustainable life, as I've told you before. There is, I don't know if you guys have been kind of keeping up with some of the things that are going around, but now they're trying to inject our poultry. And there's also, there's also, you know, the threat of the new next disease in the birds. And they're talking about putting that new technology that was in that last mandate into every injection. And, you know, they're talking about, I don't know if you remember, there's a movie with Will Smith that, when he was still respected, that is, because I think that he's lost a lot of respect because he's just such a pussy. But anyway, sorry, that was just an opinion. And he had a movie called I Am Legend. Now, read between the lines, but I Am Legend is literally about the rolling out of a thing that they're talking about right now, which I can't say the word, that cures the C word. And I don't mean the latest Operation C word, but I mean the long lasting C word that everybody seems to be getting all of a sudden. Some of them are turboized. So I hope you know what, I'll put it on the screen. That's what I think I'll do. I'm also learning how to upload my videos onto other platforms. So, and I can't mention them here because allegedly that is a no-no as well. There's a lot of rules to really keep in check in the back of your mind. And when you have 4 squirrels running around in your brain. It's like adding it's like adding an extra nut, and then the squirrels just have a frenzy. But this morning, when I picked up the camera and decided that I'm gonna talk to you guys, I was thinking last night that is imposter syndrome something that everybody feels? Like, when I look at some of these YouTubers or someone like Elon Musk or someone like Bill Gates, I sometimes wonder, do these people, look at this guy. Where are you going, Odie? Where are you going? He's always digging for something. I don't know what he's digging for, but he's always digging for something. Do they ever have this moment when they're peddling their garbage? Because a lot of them are just, I would argue they are imposters. I mean, I don't know what your view, I mean, I have a girlfriend that I can talk to that is, for the most part, I would say, quite aware of what's going on in the world. Come on, Odie! Ah! Oh my God, he always makes me smile. I'm so grateful for him. That, for the most part, I can talk to her, but when it comes to Mr. Muskie, she really is, how shall I say this in a way where she's been hoodwinked. That's what she's been. I feel she's been hoodwinked. Just like Mr. Trump card is hoodwinking, I believe, a lot of people. I got to be very careful when I push these up that my eye thing doesn't come off. That'd be kind of funny. Because the whole job of a piper is to be an influence on the people that he's hoodwinked. So he's an imposter. And I feel that, for example, I think because I started this YouTube channel and because I'm talking to people I don't know and I'm opening myself up to ridicule and of course to praise, I'm hoping that there's going to be some praise, not like hoping for praise, but I'm hoping that the overall consensus of people's comments are going to be more positive than negative. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. If they're negative, then maybe I'm onto something. Or maybe I just don't belong or whatever. But ever since I started the channel, I have more of these, what would be the word? More of these thoughts that, oh my gosh, like, am I trying to be somebody that I'm not? But yesterday as I was writing, I realized as I was writing my thoughts down, I realized that I have always wanted to be some form of a speaker. I just haven't found my niche. And I feel like my niche is no niche at all. I feel that's my niche. I feel like I'm a person who likes to interest myself with a large range of different things. And so I don't really have a niche. Like when I look at, because I've just been doing a lot more, I don't usually watch so much YouTube. I don't watch usually social media. But because I've started this, if you're doing it for serious, you are forced to have to do your research. You are forced to look at what other people are doing, what things work, what things don't work, what pitfalls. And I'm finding myself on, there I go, I've lost him again. I'm finding myself second guessing myself more since, oh, these are really weird traps. Look how little they are. That's my finger. It's got to be like a mouse or something really little. That's so weird. And it goes all the way up the snow. It's so funny. Cute! And as a result of being on the social media, I find that I second guess myself. I find that I more often have these thoughts that, am I doing this because I want to do it? Or am I doing it because it's some sort of fad? And do I even have anything to share? So when I'm talking to you guys, things just flow out of me for the most part. Like, very rarely do I prepare notes. I write the night before. I let things out, like I do the brain dump. The idea of dumping all your thoughts, however they come out, tumbling out. But I do try to focus on a specific thread. But I do think that if we're to be interested in each other, me in your comments and your feedback, and you in watching what I have to say and then engaging, because I hopefully what is the word? I hopefully either move some thoughts around for you, or move something in you where you go, oh, I don't think that, or oh yeah, I think that too, and this is why, and add to and build on what I'm saying, because I do feel that we are now more and more moving to these electronic means of communication and relationship building, and less in our real life. And I think a lot of that is because we're all starting to be so diverse, because we're finding people that have similar opinions, and we're gravitating to that more than when you go and you're with your friends that you are physically around, because whoever you're around is whoever you're, it's kind of like whatever weather you're in is what weather you have to deal with. And friends are similar like that. There you are! Hi, Vivi! Hi! Happy pup. Come on. And it's not a bad thing. It's just for centuries and centuries, that's how it's been. You make the best of what you have, whether it's the people equity or it's the weather equity, or like equity? No. People, not equity. That's the wrong word. People, there's a word, not equity. People, commodity. Anyway, the people you have, there's the resources, maybe the resources of people, the resources of your weather, of your wealth or lack thereof. And you literally had to just deal with what you have. Now we've come to a situation in history where we can engage with all of those people and love them, and love all our friends, but we have this really new in history, I would say, unless, like, of course there could be like Atlantis, where there was more to offer than we even could imagine in terms of communication, long distance communication. But we have this technology now that we can actually source out resources. I think was the human resources. That's the word I was looking at. Sorry, just wanted to, that would have bothered me. But now we can actually seek out people that we can have conversations with outside of our own physical circle of friends. And so when I was thinking about, why am I doing this YouTube thing? Like, am I, that was so weird. What's in the trees? Yeah, sorry, that I do have to be vigilant because it's starting to get warmer. So as it gets warmer, I don't know when all of the other animals come out, right? So I'm still a city idiot, so I want to make sure that I don't put myself in a dangerous situation because I am pretty deep in the woods. But sometimes I now question myself. Like I haven't felt like a person that is fake. I don't feel like, oh! Do you see that? Did you see that? I told you that might happen. Holy shit. Let me see if I can put it back in. Look at that. Such cute glasses. Okay. Now I'm going to have smear marks all over. All right, let's see if this will work. So anyway, it's just been on my mind, and I guess I just wanted to work it through because I sometimes feel like an imposter. Since I started this channel especially, but then when I was thinking about it, I thought to myself, there have been other times I felt like an imposter. For example, I used to do real estate. I think I've mentioned this in my other videos. When my children were little, I wanted to do real estate. I never felt like I was a real estate agent. Like I always felt like I was always pretending. Everybody else seemed so confident. Everybody else seemed so like sure of themselves. They're not gonna make a mistake. Odie! He's not coming. They're not making, like they just felt so confident. Whereas me, I would always explain everything to the letter because I didn't want anybody to misunderstand what their rights were, what was wrong with this house, what other things that I found out. I was, oh, there you are. Good boy. Listen to Grandma. You listen to Grandma. You listen to Grandma. Good boy. Okay, let's go. So I never really felt like what I feel like other people seem to feel like. Everybody seemed more like the role was theirs, right? And I always question, am I really like a realtor? Or am I just like pretending to be a realtor? Then there was when I used to be a belly dance teacher and a yoga teacher. When I see my belly dance teacher and when I saw my yoga instructor, they were always so sure, 100% sure. I always feel I am cute little. I always feel that I question myself at every step. And this, I realized, has been my whole life. I realized that I always feel like an imposter no matter what I try. And I try lots of things because, well, not lots of things, but in my life, relative to others, I think I've tried a lot of different avenues. And I feel like a lot of them just didn't fit. I did them well. I didn't do them with excellence maybe. I'm scared to move this now. Okay. Maybe I wasn't the best realtor, but I made enough money to suit my goal. I made enough money so that my husband had another income where I could help and I can stay home with the children. So I wasn't the executive, or I wasn't the best. I didn't make it the top 5, the top 10. No. But I did what I needed to do. But everybody else seems so much more confident in they're so sure. They're like the dentist. They're the dentist, or even when you watch YouTube channels, people feel so confident as if, and I don't know if it's an act or if they feel like me, that deep down, are they really not as confident as they seem? Let's see if we can pull this off. So that's what I was thinking. And then I thought to myself, it's funny because that's never really stopped me from trying anything new. It's never really stopped me from... This way, Ellie. Come. That's a good boy. It's never really stopped me from changing directions. It didn't stop me from trying a YouTube. Although I will tell you, I think this fear that I was going... And also I'm putting myself out there for others to ridicule. This is much more ridiculable, if there's such a word. Because when you're a realtor, or if you're a yoga instructor, or if you're a business owner, you could get ridiculed, you know, any time, but it's not really... You don't open yourself up to ridicule literally as you throw yourself out there and you see what sticks to the wall and what doesn't. So I think that this is a much more scary way of putting yourself out there, because like I told you, if I fail, everybody's going to see me fail. And you know, the people that know about me doing a channel are going to come out and they're just going to come to see how I'm doing, right? And then they'll be like, oh, she's doing something weird again. And if they really do like what I'm doing, then they'll follow me. And I'm not saying that some people won't, but people that know you a lot of times, just like, how can I compare? It's a human thing. I'm not even saying it as a bad thing. It's just a human nature thing. Like, for example, you know, when you're gonna go and sell your house, and this was true in real, and that's why I say it's a human nature thing. It's true in all the avenues of any business or anything that you do. So imagine you're going to sell your home, and your neighbors have never invited you over for coffee. You don't really get together with your neighbors, and you haven't invited them, they haven't invited you. But when you list your house, when there's an open house, and I know this for a fact because I was a realtor, so many nosy neighbors just come. Not because they like you, not because they want to compliment you on your home, or they want you to, you know, they want to wish you well. They're just coming because they're nosy. And so YouTube really opens you up to anyone that likes you or dislikes you to check you out. And I guess that's maybe, like, that's, I think, what I think really unearths that sense of feeling like you are, like, not... What is the word? What was the word that I used? And like what I'm explaining right now, that you're not, maybe that you're doing this for whatever, the wrong reasons, right? So that's what I was thinking last night, and I was trying to figure out why I had these nervous feelings in my gut, right? Because I'm really doing this for real now. It's like, what? I'm really doing it. And there's another channel that I will promote that I have to restart, and it's more of a news channel. And obviously that seems about right because I'm interested in what's going on in the world, but I prefer, this feels more natural. This feels like you and me are talking and we can have a discussion, and I can really air my thoughts without having to have a script, without having to do research really, besides whatever I stumble on that's in my face. And there's a lot of things that are right now happening with all of the people in power that I would argue are there because they've been positioned that way, and that they have been propped up to be likable, to be the underdogs. But I do believe that they are truly not there for the betterment of you and me. And so, yeah, that's about everything. That's like, I think, what I was thinking today and yesterday, because that's what I was thinking. And now I even forgot what the word was. That I am not a fake. What is the word? My God. I'm having brain block. Isn't that funny? And, update. Oh. Okay, that worked. Update. I yesterday did a trial run again of eating yogurt and Brazilian nuts. I don't know if you remember, a couple of whenever videos ago, I had strawberry yogurt with Brazilian nuts, and then the next day I had a very emotionally tumultuous day. So this morning I woke up after having coconut, same brand, same fat content, but I didn't look at the sugar, and I had coconut instead of strawberry, which I think is stupid. I obviously am not a scientist, but I should have probably had a strawberry. But I really wanted coconut, and because I knew I was going to cheat, I chose coconut. Imposter is the word, imposter. That was the word that I forgot before. Back to, that was squirrel. Back to my experiment. This morning I woke up, I had the yogurt. I had a little bit less than the last time, because last time I just went buck crazy. And I had some nuts. And this morning I woke up although I will tell you, it was slow waking up. I woke up an hour later than normal. So it was like, not like 7 something instead of 6 something. But that's okay, it's Saturday. I don't really push myself on Saturday and Sunday, as long as I get my things done. And very quickly, I started noticing, because at first I'm like, I said to my husband, you know what? No, I feel fine. I doesn't seem like it was the yogurt. Not only a half an hour later, I wasn't even finished my coffee. I had gotten off with my mom already. And I really started getting annoyed. Everything my husband was saying, my computer was annoying me. I was getting annoyed. I had to step away so I could catch my breath, because I was like, I'm getting annoyed. And I realized, because then my husband was saying something, and I just oh my God, it is working. I am getting annoyed. And he wasn't even really saying anything to annoy me, to be honest. To be fair to my husband, he wasn't not being himself. Let's put it that way. He was being himself. He was being nice. He wasn't starting with me or anything like that. But everything he was saying was utterly getting under my skin. And I'm like, oh my God. So round 2, even though it was slightly different yogurt in terms of flavor, although I do think that the yogurt that I had with strawberries, come on, Odie, was probably more toxic, because it has red coloring in it. It doesn't have a lot of it, but it does have red coloring. Odin! And I will tell you, it's the yogurt. Whatever amount of sugar they have in that yogurt, I gotta check that, because I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on the screen. It agitated me. Everything was agitating me. Everything. And I mean, from my dog to my husband to, like I said, the computer. Computer was freezing. It's normal. It freezes. I have snail pace Wi-Fi. I have even, I have really slow Wi-Fi. I have a little bit faster regular, if it's connected to the computer. But crap was freezing, and I was just getting so annoyed. And I've noticed that since I've been on this carnivore diet, my annoyance level has almost dropped off the cliff. I almost don't get annoyed, almost, because obviously I'm still human. But in comparison to when I was on my regular diet where I ate as well as I thought I was eating, yes, of course, I had my days where I had chips and yogurt. I thought yogurt was healthy. Even I always buy the highest fat yogurt. I never buy any zero anything. Nothing. If I'm ever going to have a Coca-Cola, it's going to be the real deal with the real sugar. Let's go with that. They even still use real sugar. But I never use any of the sweeteners or anything like that. So I always thought I had a good diet. But my emotions were ragged. I was always like an emotional, like inside. Sometimes I'd wake up like last time I woke up and I was just right off the hop. I was just in such a bad mood. So update. Yeah, I think it's the yogurt. And I'm going to do it once again next week. I'm going to do it next week, but I'm going to do it again with the strawberry yogurt and Brazilian nuts. And I'm going to see if on Saturday I'm feeling annoyed again. It does dissipate, thankfully. By tomorrow I should be fine. But I will tell you, it's amazing how they lie to us about diet. It's amazing how sugar affects your mood, how it affects the way you respond to people. It's absolutely just insane. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Look it. I think that was actually pretty short, to be honest with you. I think, hang on, what are we at? Like 37 minutes. Oh my God. That's like a record almost. I've had shorter. But anyway, has any of you ever felt like an imposter? And if you do, when? Like, what makes you feel like an imposter? Because we can't possibly be imposters in our own lives. And sometimes that's how it feels. It feels like sometimes I'm even an imposter here. And I'm not. I know I'm not. But I do have these, I don't know, they're nagging, they're uncomfortable thoughts. And I'm curious if it's just a human thing. I'm wondering if it's a human thing. And I wonder if it's a fear thing. That when you're scared of doing something, if the imposter syndrome comes in and creeps in so you don't do it. So you don't go ahead and push through that fear. I'm wondering if that's what it is. I don't know. It's an open conversation. Whenever you want to join in, I invite you. You don't have to have the same opinion. In fact, other opinions is what I'm used to. So hello, I'm good with that. Anyway, I'm a rose. I'm a rose amongst daisies for the most part. I'm a cupcake amongst muffins. So I'm okay with being different. I'm okay with that altogether. But I think that's all I have for today, my pretties, my lovelies. And if you could, press that little button that says subscribe. Or like, even if you just like the happiness of my dog or nature, whatever. I don't care what you press the like button for. It helps. Every little bit helps. And when I started looking at my budgets and I started looking at my finances, I'm horrified. Like money goes like water over rocks in a river. That's how quick it goes now. It's starting to be unsustainable, and I hope you all are hanging in there because it's a hard time. There's hard times ahead, and I hope that you guys are staying positive but realistic. Don't just stay positive and look the other way, because that's the danger as well. Anyway, I'm gonna go and see if I can't glue these suckers. You saw firsthand what happened. All right. You enjoy, hopefully wherever you are. The weather is sunnier, but I hope it's just as beautiful as it is here, and I hope you're enjoying it and making the best of it. My lovelies, have a beautiful day. Until then, bye. Mwah.